Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about a brand new product from CoverFX, the CoverFX soaps. I'm just kidding. I just cannot get the visual of soap out of my head when I'm looking at these. I just think of a bar of soap every time I pick one of these up. But these are the new monochromatic blush and bronzer duos. I originally was going to wait for the Sephora sale to pick some of these up, but I wanted to get them ahead of time. This way you guys can see what they look like, how they perform, and get an idea of maybe what colors you would like when they do release at Sephora. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about these. There's very little information. They're pretty self-explanatory. And then I'm going to show you how I applied them and my thoughts on them. I picked up one of the two bronzer duos, and this is Sun-Kissed Bronze, as well as two of the blush duos. And I have here Pink Dahlia, this one right here, as well as, what is this one called? Soft Peach, this one right here. Both the bronzer and the blush duos retail for $38 a piece, and currently they are only on the CoverFX website. But according to Trend Mood, these will be available April 28th online at Ulta and April 30th at Sephora. So you will be able to use your discount on these if you just wait it out. And it's going to be in stores in May. The description for the bronzer reads, a richly pigmented talc-free bronzer palette featuring a duo of monochromatic matte and shimmer shades for a multi-dimensional finish. And then it's kind of similar for the blushes as well. It says it's a richly pigmented talc-free blush palette featuring a duo of monochromatic matte and shimmer shades of multi-dimensional finish. For the blush duos, there are 6 different color options, but for the bronzer, there's only 2, and I'll get into my thoughts about that later. For right now, let's go ahead and jump into the demo. I am putting on the bronzer, I'm putting on both blush palettes, and then I will give you guys my thoughts. I'm going to start off with the bronzer on a Royal & Langnickel BOM 36 from the gold Omnia line. And I'm telling you guys, you do not want to pick up too much of this if you are fair or lighter skinned, because these are pigmented. If you saw my video yesterday with the get ready with me, like this is, it can go on dark really quickly, so you have to be careful. I'm just going to apply it just like I normally would. For the shimmer side, I'm going to go in with a very fluffy brush. This is from Rephr. This is the number 6, and I am going to pick up a little bit of product at a time because I don't know how this is going to go. I haven't used it. Okay, and you can see right away the amount that just went down. I'm literally picking up just like this much on my brush, just a tiny bit, and I'm going light-handed. I'm just taking a clean brush. This is the one I use to put on my powder. I'm just going around the edges of everything to make sure I've got everything blended out really well before I go in with my blush. I feel like you can see most of the glow that this added on my forehead versus like the cheek area. But that's probably good because, like I said, we're about to add on the blush, which has the shimmer with it as well. Now for this side, I'm going to go in with Pink Dahlia, and this is what it looks like right here. I'm going to use an Esom X52. Like, look how much product picks up. I'm just going to tap that off because I don't want too much. I can say for sure these products are so pigmented. Anastasia A23, I'm going to pick up the shimmer shade. This a little further back. I don't want to get this on my pore area. I'll bring it back. On the opposite side, I'm going to go in with Soft Peach. This is the one I'm the most excited about because this color is right up my alley. And I'm going to use this same brush because I just cleaned it off, came off pretty easily. So I'm going to go in with the blush. Oh yes, this is my color. I love this. This is beautiful. And again, shimmer shade. So this is what Pink Dahlia looks like. And then Soft Peach with them combined. Now, I would never leave it like this because I feel like it's a little unfinished and I want a little bit of a highlight, and especially because that shimmer shade is darker, I want to go in with a highlight but not go all over. So I'm going to go in with something lighter, and I'm going to take Cookie because I love this shade. And I'm going to take it on my Linda Hallberg 306, and I'm going to pop this right at the very top of my cheekbone, kind of go up to the eye. I don't want to cover up what I did with the blush combo, but I do want to just add this on top, and it kind of creates a little bit of a gradient, and this is going to give me the lift. I'm not adding a ton of this because I don't want to be too blingy, but that just really finishes it off so well. Now let's talk about my thoughts on these soaps. I'm sorry guys, they look like soaps and I'm gonna continuously call them that, the Cover FX soaps. I'm gonna start off with the bronzer. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, so first off, insanely pigmented, insanely pigmented. This particular shade is the lighter of the two shades, and that's my first gripe, is that I feel like they needed at least 2 more shades. They needed a lighter one, and then they needed at least 1 more darker one. This shade right here, being an NC20, the only reason why this works for me is because of its blendability. You just tap your brush in there and go in. I would suggest not going ham right off the bat because these have so much pigment to them. And when I first swatched it on my daughter's arm, I think there's a little bit of a layer, so it didn't look as dark. But no. They're, yeah, these are very pigmented, so go in softly first. And if you are under an NC20, I don't think that there's really a shade for you. I personally would not apply this to anybody lighter than myself. So the one thing that's bad about this is that this shade, while beautiful and I can make it work, because this is darker, this shade can look a little bit muddy. Whenever I added this, I felt like my forehead looked a little bit muddy, and now I do go in and I buff and I do all that, and I kind of lightened it up a little bit, and sometimes it looks worse on camera than what it really is. But had there been a lighter shade of this, I think it would have been better for me. So this isn't something I am going to get a lot of use out of other than as an eyeshadow, because I don't think I will ever wear these two together with my skin tone. Now in the summertime, that might change. I always get pretty dark in the summer, so I might be able to use them together, but for me, right now, I'm not going to use this because I like it better without it. So there was just one lighter. Let me see. I'm going to show you just up against some of the bronzers that I talked about really loving here recently. So here is Hoola, and you can see it's lighter than that. And then right up against Shady Biz from Fenty Beauty, it's just a little bit dark. So I really just wanted to make sure and point that out. But formula-wise, it is beautiful. Now the blushes, I absolutely love both ends of them. I think that they blend out well. Again, super pigmented. They just go on with ease. I love the soft peach shade the most, but I really actually like this pink as well. I don't wear pink a lot, but I feel like this particular pink, Pink Dahlia, just goes really nicely together. So I'm really happy with both of these shades. And because they are so pigmented, this pink is gonna work on a wide range. Now the soft peach is probably gonna work up to like an NC 30, maybe 35, but I plan on picking up more of these. I'm going to do a little bit more research, see if I can find some swatches. And when they release April 30th on Sephora, I'm definitely going to use my 20% off and probably grab 2 more. Now, I really like this with the way I did it. So I like to do the blush, use their little shimmer strip, and then put a lighter highlight up top. That way you get this beautiful gradient and a little bit of lift. You can use whatever shade you want to. One of my favorite highlighters, Dior's Peach Delight. This one right here. That is what I love to do with this shade, is just put it right there and then add a lighter one on top. I just think it is beautiful. So that whole method I'm totally down with. I'm just really happy with the blushes. I'm happy with the bronzers and I'm ecstatic with the blushes. I think that is what I should say. But anywho, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if this was helpful, if you plan on picking any of these up. How do you think they look on my skin? And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.